You're listening to Kat Feeney.
Well, you hear lots about the benefits of exercise for the health of your heart, your lungs, but have you ever stopped to think about the benefit of exercise for your eyes? I have not, but Julie Newport certainly has. As an optometrist with ICU Optometry, you've got some good news for us. Julie, hello and welcome. What's the good news?
The good news is that if you get out there and get your blood flowing, and it's as easy as just going for a walk about the speed at which you might walk a medium-sized dog. And if you do that for 150 minutes a week, you are going to do untold good things for your eyes.
Like what?
Well, I knew about some of these, but I looked at an international research review yesterday and I found some stuff that I didn't know about.
Okay.
So here's a surprise to everybody. If you've got myopia in your family, so short-sightedness, so parents, if you have myopia and you'd rather your kids don't get it, the more exercise they get, particularly if it's outside, the less likely they are to become short-sighted, and that's really good news.
Right.
I know. Who knew?
Who knew? What else have you found? What else is good about exercise for our eyes?
Wow, so much.
This is
Now,
great.
we've known for years and years and years that the people that come in to see us in our tiny little practice are people who either they've got exercise in their lives and they don't have macular degeneration, or they don't have exercise in their lives and they might have macular degeneration. But very, very infrequently do we see that people who have that half an hour a day of going for a walk have macular degeneration. Very, very infrequently.
Okay.
So it's highly protective.
Wow. Okay, so these are some compelling reasons to consider getting that exercise. As you said, 150 minutes a week at the speed of
Walking a medium-sized dog.
so we're not talking about running marathons or punching out laps in the swimming pool, Julie. We're talking about pleasant strolling.
Pleasant strolling is very, very nice. And in fact, there was one reference to an article that suggested that if you were to be super, super high intensity with your exercise, and if you want to avoid glaucoma, then you're actually better off doing moderate intensity exercise. The high intensity exercise and glaucoma risk actually goes up.
That's fascinating.
Again, who
Does
knew?
age have anything to do with it? I mean, again, of course, we're talking in general terms here, Julie. But
Yes, it does. So
Okay.
as we get older, you're more likely to have all sorts of different eye diseases, and that includes glaucoma and cataracts and macular degeneration and dry eyes, diabetes, which also affects eyes as well. And as you get older, you're more likely to have reactive oxygen species running around your body. So these are the free radicals, if you like.
Okay.
And also you're more likely to have inflammatory conditions, and exercise modifies both of those things.
How long do you reckon you'd need to start exercising before you could see or feel some of these benefits,
Well,
Julie?
they did one study and they worked out that with people who are elderly and sedentary, so just sitting around watching the TV, having a cup of tea, whatever, if they got out there and did that 150 minutes per week, then only after 10 to 12 weeks of that, their immune chemicals, so the markers in their bodies that describe, just how in control their immune systems are, they would reel themselves right back to those of a young adult. 10 to 12 weeks.
That's pretty good.
I know.
That's pretty good. There's another reason to strap on those shoes that you bought yourself with the promise of getting fit for New Year's.
Exactly.
Get your eyes in better working order. Julie Newport is with you, optometrist with ICU Optometry. My name is Kat Feeney. It's 10 minutes to 2 on 612 ABC Brisbane and ABC Queensland. News at 2 o'clock. But look, if you have a burning question about your eyes, your eyesight, whether it has something to do with exercise or generally speaking, Julie's happy to help you out. All advice is general in nature and you do need to see your own professional in order to exercise kind of But I have to say, 1300 222 612 is the phone number. That's 1300 222 612 and you can call now. I have some questions.
Go.
Julie, because I'm about to turn 40. And that seems to be the age when all of a sudden, if you haven't needed glasses, you do.
Almost.
Yeah. I'm kind of okay with that in the way that I think glasses are
that's
cool
lucky.
looking and I'm probably going to kick myself later when I have glasses and they drive me nuts. Exercising with glasses looks to be a bit challenging sometimes. What's,
oh, yeah. Depending
how do you manage it?
Depending on how dependent that you are on your glasses. So if you are highly dependent on your glasses for getting around, and if you're trying to run on a treadmill or something, or swim, I mean, good luck. So you're far better off talking to your eye care professional about contact lenses. And a lot of the time, if people have got enough dependence on their glasses or contacts and they're just sick of it, then they'll talk about having some form of refractive surgery, which is much easier these days than ever before.
Okay, refractive surgery.
So that's the laser surgery that's been around for a few decades now. And also there's like pretend cataract surgery if you don't have cataracts but you would like to see better.
You know how we've got the studies about girls wearing school uniforms that don't cater very nicely to physical activity and the impact that has on their likelihood to participate in sport at lunchtime.
Okay.
Is it the same thing with glasses? Can glasses actually serve as a barrier to physical activity, especially when maybe you're young and you're forming those habits? If you're worried about them sliding off your nose when you're running around sweating, or you're worried about them because they're expensive, you don't want them to get damaged. I mean,
good point.
Do we understand the effect that wearing glasses has on your likelihood to exercise?
I haven't looked at that, no.
I wonder. Okay, look into that.
We should look into that.
Pardon the pun. Okay, and then I guess then the other thing here is if you are someone who might just need reading glasses, you know, because age or whatever, can exercise help offset that or stave that off?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because it just doesn't.
Oh.
So, the normal part of life is the lens on the inside of our eyes becomes stiffer and stiffer over time. And I'll tell you what, if somebody could work out how to stop that from happening, they would put most of my colleagues and myself out of business. That is our bread and butter.
Okay, but the fact is exercise can, generally speaking, help you improve your vision.
Absolutely. One of the other little things that we find is, for example, when people are looking at our vision chart up on our wall and they look at the tiny, tiny little bottom line, and we find that people who don't have a lot of exercise in their lives, they might be saying, oh, that could be a C, it could be an O, that could be a U, it could be an M, I'm not really sure, just wait for a sec. Whereas the people who do have exercise, 9 times out of 10, they just go, yep, ABC, whatever. So straight through.
Okay, Julie Newport with you, optometrist. I'm Kat Feeney. It is 10 to 1, 1300 222 612 is the phone number for you to call through with your questions. Wayne in Cairns. G'day, Wayne. What's up?
Oh, good afternoon. I have macular degeneration, and I was hoping to find out if that is reversible through exercise.
That is not reversible through exercise. But what we find a lot, and a lot of people are not aware of this, and some of my colleagues will raise an eyebrow, but I'm telling you, we see this all the time. People start exercising and the brakes go on the condition. It either slows it right down or it stops it. And that's going to have a lot of people saying, that's not right. That is right for most people.
How about that, Wayne? What do you reckon?
I'll take that over no reversal at all.
There we go. Thank you very much, Wayne. Lockie is in Mareeba. Hello, Lockie. You got a question about your son?
Good afternoon. I sure do. Bit of a strange one. Looks 9 years of age, perfect vision, does everything a normal kid would do, reads all the time, but I've just noticed probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, he just starts this thing with his left eye to roll it up into his head, and almost like it's like a little tick or something like that. He'll just roll it up into his eye. Says his eye's itchy, but we'll give him some drops, and it sort of alleviates that problem. But it's kind of a thing that school's coming up next few weeks, and I think it'll be pretty pronounced at school when he's there with his other little mates. That's awesome. I'm just curious what you thought of that.
Yeah, have you heard of anything like that, Julie?
Hang on. Do you mean he's rolling up one eye?
Yeah, like he can. It's really cool. He does it kind of in a cool way. But yeah. So he'll just sort of be looking at you, then all of a sudden he'll just sort of roll that eye around a little bit.
All by itself.
Yeah.
So the other one stays still, and the left one just goes for a wander.
It does, really. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, like it does move a little bit, but the left eye is pronounced more than the right eye, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you might want to take him to an optometrist and get that checked out. That's unusual.
Okay. Be alert, not alarmed, and go see someone, have a proper good look face to face.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good luck, Lockie. I love that you're on the front foot there and being proactive. Thank you for your call. My name's Kat, Julie Newport, optometrist with you. Julie's happy to answer your questions, advice general in nature. Let's go to Nanango now, where Robin, you've got a question about migraines, Robin. Yes, what's your question? Hello.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if the optometrist had any ideas that could help me. When I have silent migraines, my eyes go cloudy, and I feel like I need to rub them more to try and get rid of the cloudiness, but it doesn't work. But I get Botox for my migraine, so the pain has subsided, but not the eye problem.
Got it. So migraines are not in the eyes. They're in the brain. They're not 100% understood by everybody. Or they're not 100% understood by anybody because there's so many different possible mechanisms. But broadly, they are inflammatory in nature. They don't actually affect the eyes, but they do affect your vision in your visual system in your brain. Rather than rubbing them, if you can stomach something like aspirin or Nurofen, then that will actually help settle that a little bit more quickly, certainly lying down too. But if they're awful, then do see your GP about looking at some measures to keep them under control.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Good luck with that, Robin. Migraines are nasty, so I wish you all the best. Julie Newport, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've done your best to bring us into focus for 2026. We really look forward to spending some more time with you as the year goes on. Julie Newport, optometrist with ICU Optometry. My name is Kat Feeney. It is 5 minutes to 2. You'll have the news at 2 o'clock, but I've got the easy beats for you now.